So with the NBA season upon us, I'd like to get my prediction for each award. Now, this is my personal list. So if you see anything that surprises you, that shocks you, just know that this is coming from me and me believing about certain things that will happen throughout the season, standing wise, narrative based, and everything in between. So if you have any shocks or anything like that, just give me some feedback. I'd like to hear it. Let's get started. My honorable mentions starting off are Dame, Luka, and Jokic, all for the same reason that they may not have the wins to get to the award. If you look at the West, they have a lot of teams that they have to go against. Jokic being the one that has the most chance to get into the top four, but the other two I really doubt making it. They have to go against Utah, Phoenix, LA, both LA teams actually, and then maybe the Nuggets will make it there. So I don't believe that any of these guys have the wins to make it. And then you look at Giannis, KD, and Bron, who will have the numbers, of course, but will they prioritize it? I don't believe they prioritize this award. I believe they're going to try to keep themselves healthy for the playoffs. So with that being said, I don't believe these six players will make my list. Starting off, I have Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has a really good narrative for this award. And I say narrative because him and Ben Simmons obviously will not be playing this year. So I believe he will come out, he will average around 28 and 12 again. Hopefully he gets a perimeter centric guard so that could potentially be unlocked. We don't know just yet, but he played better when Tyrese Maxey was on the floor instead of Ben Simmons. So if they get somebody like a Brogdon or a D'Angelo Russell or a CJ McCollum, hopefully somebody in that nature, then I expect Joel Embiid to have a much better year, even if they give up some defense. Paul George is my next candidate. Paul George is interesting because it's if he can keep them afloat without Kawhi. Can he keep them to a top 4 seed without Kawhi? The last time we seen Paul George run a team, it was 2018. And he was a top 3 MVP candidate then, and he was still top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. So can we get that exact same Paul George then now? Last year in the playoffs without Kawhi, he averaged 27, 9, and 5. Could he do that for an entire year? I'm not sure, but if he has a really good chance to. So that will be my next pick for this award. Coming up next, I have Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, because it's if he comes out next year with a chip on his shoulder. If Anthony Davis plays with a chip on his shoulder, I wholeheartedly believe he will be a candidate for this award. He already has the defense. The offense is there. It's just if he comes out angry and wants to prove everybody wrong, because he really did have a bad year last year if you look at it. He averaged about 22 and 7. Even though he was relatively injured for majority of the year, that's a bad year for Anthony Davis's stature. So I expect a bounce back year, something like 2020 or his Pelican days where he was averaging 28 and 10 easily with great defense. I expect him to play angry. I expect him to be the first option because I don't believe LeBron is going to prioritize this award, nor do I think he's going to prioritize games in the regular season. So it's going to be majority of Russell and Anthony Davis taking up the load, especially Anthony Davis. Next, I have Trae Young. Trae Young had a great year last year, and he's my next candidate. If he can build off the year that he had, especially in the playoffs where he was pretty much the underdog every single series that he was in, I expect them to be a top 4 seed, and I expect him to be in the MVP candidate this year. They have a really good defense anchored by Clint Capella, and the offense always runs through Trae Young, even if he has off night. So if Trae Young comes out and he averages 27 and 10, and they're a top 4 seed with a top 5 offense, top 10 offense, and a top 10 defense, there's no way he cannot be selected for this award. Lastly, I have Steph. Now, Steph is hard because you know what you're getting from Steph. So that's not the problem here. It's what his team is going to do. I'm not sure what his team is going to do. You have a lot of people coming back. You have Clay coming off of injury. You have to get people acclimated into the system more. You have rookies and you have injuries. With all that, Steph is still the consistent star. You know you're going to get at least 27 from Steph. It's just if what is his seeding? What is the team seeding? They are the hardest team because you don't know if they're going to be top 4 or they're going to be bottom 8. Are they going to be 4, 3, or 5, 6? They're going to be in that range. If everything works out as planned, they will easily be a top 4 seed, and Steph will be back in the award race again. Well, that's my list. Again, I must reiterate, it's a personal list based on a lot of things going on. If you have any shocks or surprises, please let me know in the comments. If you like the video, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.